Hello, everybody, and welcome to another exciting episode of Black Geek Energy. And today, we got one of those filmmakers on. You know, some filmmakers, they just tell stories. Others can create whole moves that you can feel in your chest after the credits roll. This kind of work, you're still thinking about hours, days, weeks, months, years later, still trying to figure out why it hit the way it did. Now, today's guest fits into that second category. He has a way of pulling you into worlds that feel familiar, but just enough that you have to lean in and really pay attention. His work moves between horror, sci-fi, and is grounded in human drama, touching on questions about identity, power, and the things people don't say out loud. If you've seen some of his work like Where the Water Runs and No Bonnie, or the work he did on Two Cities Horror Stories, then you already know what I'm talking about. And on top of all his filmmaking success, he is a fellow HBCU alum from the Hampton University, or the two, the two as the old 1979 alums call it. And he is a member of Omega Sci-Fi Fraternity Inc. I heard y'all just had a big anniversary. So you already know the standard is high. The work ethic is real. We're going to talk about how those stories come together, what influences the decision behind the camera, and what it really means to create work that actually sticks with people instead of just filling time. Join us today for DuBois Ashong. Yay!
Oh, wow. That's a hell of an introduction. Thank you so much.
Yes,
I feel so humbled by that. Like, I don't even know how to, we can begin a conversation after something so beautiful like that. So thank you so much.
Oh, wow.
Just got to stand in it, man. That's all you. All these your accolades.
Yeah, we are just humbled to have you on here. But before we start our conversation, we just got to start out this episode like we start out every episode. I'm going to start with you.
Okay.
And how has your previous week been?
Man, this week has been really interesting. I think everyone's still on the high of seeing Ryan Coogler and Michael B. Jordan as Oscars. So like, it's just like Black Boy Spring that I'm really leaning into, and I love it. I've had some really good moments teaching because I teach film as well.
Oh, okay.
Seeing like young people like lean into the process of creativity on a set has been really interesting. Right now I'm teaching about 120 kids in various schools throughout Los Angeles, and we're in the production process. So it's been really cool to like be on set with them, and see them bring these films to life. So like this week's been pretty cool, man. Like I can't even front. It's been really eye-opening, awakening, and humbling at the same time, As artists, one of the best ways that you can really truly understand what it means to be, completely alive is to give unto others. And I think that's what I would lean into when it comes down to like how my week was. Like I feel alive because they're alive. You know what I'm saying?
That's great. That's great.
And that's great. What age group are you teaching?
So I teach high school. Well, I teach from high school kids all the way up to like professionals because I teach at Sundance Institute as well.
Okay.
So I teach all kinds of people. You know what I mean? Like it just makes me sharp. Like it makes me feel alive as a filmmaker. So
that's what's up. Like I hear a lot that the best way to like get better at a craft is to like teach it. Like if you can teach it, you can really, really do it.
For sure. For sure. Definitely.
Let's go back to the Oscars. What did you think? Did you see it? The whole
I did. I watched it in totality. It's like my Super Bowl, so I watch it every year. I have to know exactly what's happening. I have my little guesstimations in my brain of who's going to win and why they're going to win and all of that kind of stuff. So yeah, I watched it in totality for sure.
So what did you think? Were there any snubs? Were there any things that you were surprised at? Any things that you felt went through 100% correctly? What did you think about the Oscars?
I'm a P.T. Anderson fan.
Who's
I
that?
love There Will Be Blood. He directed One Battle After Another.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I'm a big fan of his. One of my favorite movies on earth, besides X by Spike, is his movie There Will Be Blood. I was not a fan of One Battle After Another for so many different reasons.
That's what I'm hearing.
I feel like, I don't know, my mom's in film too, in theater, right? So she like always speaks about what it would take for a Black director to win Best Director. You know what I'm saying? And she always says you have to win in every statistical category, right? You gotta win production design, you got to win costume design, you got to win every single thing, and then maybe they'll give you an award. I know it was P.T. Anderson's life kind of situation. Like I feel like that award was given to him from a life perspective. Like you put together this body of work, and we must give you this award for best director. But to be honest with you, I truly believe that Ryan deserved that award. So that's one thing. I really wish he would have won that award because of the fact that one, no Black person has ever won it. Two, I truly believe he put together a body of work that honestly showcased what it looks like to be the best director of the year.
Yeah. Yeah, it's still talked about today. HBO is still currently running ads, but I don't. So Spike never won one.
No.
Wow.
Spike won for original screenplay. No, best adapted screenplay.
That's crazy.
And that was for Black Klansman. I think maybe about 4 Black people have even been nominated for Best Director.
No, that's crazy.
No Black person, period, has ever won it at all.
And Best Director is like the top award at the Oscars.
I consider it the top award when it comes down to like direction. I would say we can go even higher when it's Best Picture, right?
Okay.
And I believe that Sinners was Best Picture and Ryan Coogler was Best Director. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I agree with that. Do you think that, because Ryan Coogler, it's been in the game for a while, but I feel like it's like now reaching like a peak in his career that I don't think he's been at before. Do you think that is kind of what stopped him? Do you think that plays into like him not getting the award at all? Of course, like, his Blackness played a role in it. But do you think it's like there's someone in the room maybe like, oh, like he's still early, we want to see more of what he's got after these huge successes?
I wonder, man. I don't know. Like, I think it's a combination of things that happened for him. Once again, I say I'm a big P.T. Anderson fan.
Yeah.
And I feel like he won Best Director because of the fact that he's had such this immaculate body of work for all of these years.
Yeah.
I definitely don't think One Battle After Another is like his open. Yeah. I don't know how else to describe it, but no, I don't know, man. I don't know. What do you guys think? What do you think about him not being able to like win that award or take it away? I mean, of course he won the Oscar a couple nights ago, but
I agree with you. I agree he should have gotten Best Director. And I think that the past few years, like with Black Panther, Wakanda Forever, and now Sinners, like these have been like hits back to back. And I think more so with Wakanda Forever because it's hard to make a sequel a hit. It's harder to make a superhero sequel a hit. And I think that because those two are two of his like most pivotal movies and superhero movies aren't taken seriously, I think that held him back in this category.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
No, like I might agree with you. Maybe it's just like genre. You know what I'm saying? Like when we step into the world of like horrors, they're not taking it serious. If you step into the world of sports movies, they're not taking it serious. Step into the world of some thrillers, even they're not taking it serious. So yeah, that could be a possibility. I agree with you.
Yeah,
I feel like there's only a very specific type of movie that like wins Oscars and wins these like huge Academy Awards, and to me, it's always like the way I describe it, like these are boring ass white movies. And because a lot of things I hear like, oh, this won an Oscar, I was like, I would never watch that. Like that doesn't seem interesting.
I think it does have to do with him not being one of those Oscars that's been here for a while, because when they post those blind Academy things where they show why they voted for who, it's always like, I just wanted to give it to him because it was his time, or he's been in there longer. And I think that this person has to show more versatility or more craft in that role. And it's not fair. It's not supposed to be about this. It's supposed to be who made the best and who was the best in their genre. I also
This year.
yeah, this year. We're not talking about the 90s. This is about Titanic anymore. I also think that Delroy Lindo should have won over that white man, because apparently that white man was just in there playing a racist, and he wasn't even playing a racist good. And he won 3 Oscars already, but they still gave it to him. And I think that Ruth Carter should have won, just on the fact that she went to Hanson. You know, those costumes in Frankenstein seem like something I might wear, but still the stuff in Sinners look better. So yeah, I got to give it to Ruth. I do not think that this Oscar was fair, as I don't think any of them are fair. But
yeah. And you bring up a great point, because we kind of talk about like, oh, like we want to see, like maybe one of the things for Ryan is like, oh, they want him to have like more age in the game, just like a larger career under his belt. But we got somebody like Delroy, who's been in the game forever, but, you know, and has played like some really, really good roles. But you know, now it's like, and now my understanding is like, oh, it's not that we want you to be like an old man in the game or an older person in the game. We want you to be an old white man. Because we gave it to the old white man.
Basically. But I'm happy for the ones that Sinners did win, and I'm happy for the ones that they won outside of the Oscars.
You know, because Sinners won 4 Oscars, right?
Yeah, best cinematography, best original screenplay, original sound. No, for best score.
Yeah, best score.
And then I'm missing one, right?
Best actor.
Michael. Now Ludwig is gonna win his Oscar regardless for everything he does. Yeah, he's an amazing composer.
He's amazing.
Do you have one of those relationships like how Ryan Coogler and Ludwig has always worked together? Do you have a relationship like that?
Yeah, my biggest relationship is with my entire team from grad school. We all went to the AMP together. We pretty much done every project since we were about 30 till now together. From television commercials, everything. My biggest partnership is always with my boy Randy McCullen, really dope writer, writes everything right now. He's like a superstar on the rise. Also with Daryl, I guess you could say me and Daryl do a lot of work together. Daryl was in Where the Water Runs. He played the lead. And then, I mean, most recently, everything with me is like going through my production designer, Eric. You know, we're more than friends at this point. Like, he can literally, like, anything that I come up with in my brain, he brings it together. We shot a film in the Dominican Republic a couple of years ago, and he created South Georgia in the DR and shipped in all types of vegetation and all kinds of stuff, man. So yeah, I would consider those my strongest collaborators, for real, for real.
And is that easy to do? Like when you have like these relationships, like, oh, this is my production designer, this is my lead actor. Whenever project, is it easy to get a new project and say, all right, these are the people who I'm bringing in?
Yeah, I think it's a little bit harder when it comes down to casting, but when it comes down to like your core team, when it's like cinematographer, production designer, costume designer, like it's always going to be Cairo Courts. It's always going to be Isaiah Dante Lee, and it's always going to be Eric Lewis Roberts. Like that's just no negotiation. You know,
that's like we're a package deal. You want me, you want them.
Yeah, for sure. And luckily for me, like I work above the line, so I'm allowed to hire who I want. You know what I mean? It's a little bit more of a, you know, kind of like dancing act when it comes down to like casting, right?
Yeah.
You know, certain houses want certain actors in certain places to make money and all of that kind of stuff. But yeah.
Now let me ask you a question regarding Our Home by the Sea.
Okay. Sure.
You are in Omega. I think you crossed in 06, 07? 06. Okay, I was there. I knew I recognized you. I remember it like it was yesterday. I just need to, wow, 20 years.
20 years in a couple of days, actually. Like, we're about to have our 20th on the 25th. So
Oh
At the
wow.
front door,
You
yeah.
you
3 days,
almost a
man.
founder.
I know.
You about to be up there. Okay. Now let me ask you, Hampton just did their probate all in 2 days.
Yeah,
And they were actually paid. You had to pay to go see them.
I heard
Now,
about
yeah, and I
I did not
remember,
hear about that. I gotta pay to see a probate?
yeah, I remember the probate. That was a part of the college experience. Like
it. Yeah,
you
Exactly.
went to the probate, you did all that stuff. You were with your friends, you saw your friends, you saw their families, you shouted and everything. And now
mhm.
it's a pay-per-view event. Like,
It's,
how do you feel about that being a member of the Gamma Epsilon chapter of Omega Sci-Fi? How do you feel about that?
oh man, I don't even know. Like I had a conversation with one of my line brothers, Tremaine.
Mm.
We were like talking about like how different it is today. I
Mm-hmm.
don't know. What is it about this thing where everything needs to be monetized? Like there's certain things that I think should remain sacred. And
Hmm.
it was just something cool to me. I remember when I was a freshman, just seeing people pop up somewhere.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's holiday day. They're
Oh,
getting,
they not gonna do that no more.
you know what I mean? I I mean, how do I feel about it? I guess if it's being done for the reasons of benefiting the university in some kind of financial way,
Hmm.
um, overall, I don't know, man. I don't know. I,
I
from the from the
I just think
videos
it's
I
weird.
saw,
I think it's
it's
weird.
really weird. It's
yeah.
really weird. From the videos I saw, the stadium was still not full. They were in on convocation. It still wasn't full. It wasn't as full as
Mm.
Holland was
Yeah,
when they were free. So
yeah,
Hmm.
I'm guessing, being very generous, that for that weekend they probably got like $3,000, and
Hmm.
you could just let people have their college experience. You already took away the step show,
yeah,
so let's give something back to these children.
yeah. Let
Yeah.
them
And
let them have the ability to be able to experience some of the things that their like older brothers and older sisters did. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, did.
yeah. And I think for me, I'm sorry, I don't want to cut you off.
No, you good.
I think for me that feels exclusionary because like everybody doesn't come into college with like money or with the support to be
Exactly.
like, oh, I have an extra $20 to pay. I don't know how much it costs. I'm assuming
Mm.
an extra $20 to go see a step show. I have an extra money to go to a Holland party.
Mhm.
Like
Yeah.
some folks come to college and it's like, look, I got me and that's it, and I had to scratch and fight to get here by myself, and so it
Right.
becomes it becomes exclusionary. Now
Yeah,
we're excluding people for like their economic backgrounds, and I for me, that's not what college was about. That's not how I felt at Hampton. I felt like, oh, I could go to all of these events. I can go to the Holland party for free or for like $5 or whatever, whatever
yeah,
change I had to scrounge up. It wasn't, you know, it, financial barriers were not the reason I couldn't do things
Hmm.
in college on campus.
yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was because of the band, but
Right.
but
That's why I couldn't do nothing.
but yeah, I think that is exclusionary, and even you weren't exclusionary in the past. Gas is now $8 in California.
Yeah, something like that. I think it's like 755 or something crazy. It's ridiculous.
That's LA.
Oh,
We
yeah.
get
Yeah.
six still up here in the Bay.
Oh, word.
$6, like,
Yeah.
yeah,
It's
eight
still
and six
crazy. It's still
dollars
crazy.
is insane for people who have to go to work. So these
Mhm.
people can't be expecting to get that little stipend every now and then from their parents while there's
Yeah.
a
Mhm.
war going on that's stopping oil.
Yeah.
And then you're paying tolls too. You got to
Yeah,
cross that bridge every day.
yeah, that's crazy. All right, DeMarcus, how's your week been?
uh, you know, my week's been tough, man. Like I went back into work for the first time after like being out of work for a long time, just like
Mhm.
having like a lot of like family things going on. And immediately when I walked in, it was like, this feels weird. Like I would rather not be here.
Oh.
But I made it through the day, so pat myself on the back. Uh, and I got this week was also like a busy week for me, like getting back into like the things that I like to do. So like I had my pool game. I'm on a pool team at work. I didn't have my Dagger Heart game. I had to cancel that, but I did like talk to my players, and we got some plans together. And then I had a friend visiting, and so we hung out, went this karaoke. So it was very balanced at the end of the week. Like it was like some tough parts, but also like some really fun parts.
Why'd you have to cancel your game?
Um, because I ended up like not going. When I went in Wednesday, I was like, I'm not going back there tomorrow. So, so I worked from home on Thursday, and I was like, I'm not gonna. And then we played Daggerheart at 6 o'clock right after work, and I'm like, I'm not gonna drive in rush hour traffic to go play Daggerheart on the peninsula, and I live in the East
Wow.
Bay.
That is insane. Okay. My week has been pretty uneventful. Nothing really new here, but I just want to take this time to tell Black people I'm not going for it this summer. Tell straight Black people and gay Black people. Because straight Black people, we all need to close the door to these other people. We cannot keep inviting people into our sacred spaces because they can dance correctly, because they can clap on the right stuff. So, in case you didn't know, Jack Harlow has this new album called Monica. Does it sound odd to you, DeMarcus?
Monica, as in
my nigga.
Shut the fuck up.
It's a joke from this white comedian. I think he's from like Holland or something like that. And he was trying to figure out a way to say my nigga in a comedy show. And from what I remember, what he said was like, "Oh, what did he say? It was Black people in the audience."
Yeah,
said,
Black people kept saying the my N-word. He was like, "What did they say? I don't understand what they're saying." And then finally he caught on. He didn't finish the joke. The Black people in the audience started laughing, and the white people weren't laughing. So it's like, oh, so that's what it means. He's like, if you get it, you get it. If you don't, you don't. So that was kind of the joke. Jack Harlow just did his R&B album, and he titled it Monica, which is supposed to be a derivative of the phrase that we all love. And then he doubled down on it. But he went into this interview and he said, I just felt like I was becoming Blacker. Well, you weren't Black ever. You've never been Black.
So I saw that interview.
Okay.
And I saw a clip of that interview. I won't say I saw the whole thing. I saw a clip of the interview, the specific part you're talking about, and when I heard it, I was like, oh, he is saying like his music has become Blacker, because and I was like, oh, I understand what you're saying. I don't like the way you're saying it, so I'm not gonna hold it against you. But now with this new information of this Monica album, I'm like, wait a fucking minute, bro.
And
I was supporting you.
Yeah.
And then you got me looking like a fool.
Yeah, exactly. And then Howard's always getting on my nerves. I have not been in school for over 20 years. Howard has always get on my nerves. This latest thing this week is that BTS, the K-pop sensation, was doing something at Howard to celebrate the 7 Korean students that went there because they could not go to any other schools. No white schools would take them in. But they did this by having their animation, only 2 Black people. They're surrounded by white people on Howard's campus. That's fine. You still may not know. It's not right, but it's fine. Howard University posts this animation and post this whole diatribe about how the Koreans have been great. We're proud to be a home for them, blah, 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 blah. Post all these white people in animation on their Twitter feed. I'm like, what is going on? You have a campus full of Black people there, and then you are even going to celebrate them first when all K-pop is 90s R&B and rap music.
Don't get me started.
Close the door. Close the door, gay people, because this week, Jules, who is Solange's son, Solange being Beyonce's sister, was at a club in Atlanta. He was being promoted to host this club event. It was a gay club. He was posting things like, oh, I'm gonna have 20 girls with me. I'm gonna I'm gonna do this and this and that and that. And yeah, bringing girls is fine because the gays love girls, but don't have them as a shield, because when you had to do your contractual interview, you denied it and said, I'm not doing interviews with no gay people right now. What? inside the gay club that you're being paid to be at?
Wait a minute.
This is Solange's son that you're talking about?
Yes.
Wow.
And I want to make sure I understand. I make sure I heard you right. He was at a gay club doing interviews and said, "I'm not interviewing gay people right now."
I'm not interviewing with gay people right now.
What?
Then who are you going to interview at the gay club? What are we doing?
Then JT, who has said in interviews how much she dislikes gay people, including saying that she would beat her son to death if he came out as gay, was at this ball in New York City judging. So gay people, Black people, close the door. Stop letting these people who do not support us, who will not represent us inside of our spaces. And I know that already gay people are going to have these random homophobic people at their pride events, that Black people are still going to applaud people because they can electric slide. But we all need to stop. Nobody's invited to the cookout. Everybody needs to stop saying that. You do not do this. You're supposed to do this. It's from the ballroom scene. And let's close the door.
Jerry, ever since you pointed out the difference between this and this, I've been seeing this every fucking time.
Because they don't know. They don't know. That's been there since the 90s.
Yeah.
They don't know.
You said this is playing with semen. I was like, ew.
All right, DeMarcus.
All right.
I just had to get that off my chest.
No, I appreciate it. That was...
All right. Do we have an activity for the week?
Wait, what about Movie Pass?
Oh, yeah. How could I forget?
How could you? Now, if they take away our sponsorship, you pay for every one of my movies for the rest of my life.
Right, because we were only supposed to have that for 3 months, and this is currently our 3rd year. So yeah, we're not going to move into our Put You On segment. And what this segment is, we are going to put the people onto things that we like in TV, games, movies, books, whatever in media or restaurants that we like recently. We're going to put them onto, and this is sponsored by our amazing and perfect sponsors, the only sponsors that any podcast could ever need, Movie Pass. DeMarcus, can you please tell them a little bit about Movie Pass?
Absolutely. So MoviePass is a subscription-based service that allows users to watch multiple movies in theaters for a monthly fee. And the way it works is that they are going to send you a MoviePass card. You download the app, you connect all the things, and you give a certain number of credits per month, and you can use those credits to see movies. Now, you're probably asking, like, how is that any different from me just paying for a movie, DeMarcus? Why would I do that? Why I go through these extra steps when I can just go buy the movie off the website? So when you go to the website, to AMC or something, you go buy a movie. The last time I bought movies with cash, it was like $24 a ticket, like $24.10 or something. Also, I live in California, but either way, that's fucking expensive. When I do it through MoviePass, I've already paid my membership, which could be as low as $10 a month, and now I'm getting enough credits to see 2 to 3 movies a month, depending on like which movies I see. Because I'm not going to sit here and say that all movies are created equal. You want to see the latest Marvel movie pre-release day, the like opening night showing, that's going to cost you more. It's going to cost you more. But if you want to see, the P.T. Anderson movie on a Tuesday afternoon, it's going to cost you less. So depending on how you like to watch movies, you could be making money hand over foot, and using it once, you're gonna make your money back already.
Okay. Yeah. MoviePass is probably one of the best things to ever come across. I see so many movies, and then when you buy movies with the app, you're using the MoviePass credit card, you're in the app, and you're still getting your points, so you can get free popcorn. So yeah, that's how I go see movies. I will go first. I'm going to put you onto a song this week. Yes. This song.
Yeah, I don't think you've ever done a song.
Yeah. I don't think I have either. This is this group called Season 4, SZN4. And they have this song called Closer. And it's so beautiful. The thing I like about this group the most is that each person, they do not sound like they should be in a group.
Mm-hmm.
There's a Mariah Carey person, there's a Lizzo person, there's a Cisco man, and they're
Mm-hmm.
all have such individual voices, but they all blend together.
Hmm.
And they were on, I didn't watch it, but they were on this show on Netflix where they were like making the band and they randomly put them together or
Mm.
something. And I didn't watch it, but I did watch clips of them singing. They were very good off of that. But I'm going to put you on to Closer by season 4. It's spelled SZN4. It's really good.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. Uh, what do you have to put them on to this week, Du Bois?
Oh, I've been waiting for this question. Favorite movie by far right now is called Black News, Terms and Conditions
Oh,
by Khalil Joseph.
oh.
I've been a big fan of Khalil Joseph's work probably the entire time that I've been a filmmaker. I don't know if any of you like Flying Lotus, but those the Flying Lotus music videos. He did a couple of music videos for Kendrick Lamar back in the day.
Okay.
Mhm.
This is a movie that's kind of experimental. It travels through space and time. It has a lot to do with my namesake, and I hate to be like connected in that kind of way, and I don't want to sound pretentious, but it has a lot to do with Souls of Black Folks by W.E.B. Du Bois. It's
Okay.
kind of a blend between narrative work, experimental work, full forward art, I guess you can say, visual art. Definitely a piece that I would say anyone that's into Black culture, Black literature should definitely check out. So it's called Black News, BLK News, Terms and Conditions. Really beautiful piece. Really beautiful movie.
Nice.
Yeah, it looks
Perfect.
nice. It
Perfect.
has, um, yeah, it looks nice. I'm gonna
Yeah.
have to watch that today.
Yeah, definitely.
Um, Demarcus, what about you? What do you have to put them on to this week?
I am gonna put y'all onto like an oldie but a goodie manga, and I haven't read manga in forever. But I used to read it a lot. So it's called Air Gear, and it is about these teens who in this underground like roller jet powered roller skating culture.
Hmm.
Um, and so they compete against each other to see like who's the best like roller skating crew. They have their own like territories. Like, oh, you're over here in Shinjuku, and it's run by the Black Skate Fang guys, and something like that. And so like there are races. There are like they have like combat battles where they're like kicking people in the face with the skates. All of the different skates have like a different power. You can be like a special person and get like a unique power to where like folks skates are transform or lets you like skate on air. You can skate off walls and shit. So and the reason I liked it is because I love a good shonen story where it's all about like a guy like finding himself and finding something new. Um but like I think one thing I really enjoyed is like the women in this story are like hella powerful. And like
Oh,
there's a skate crew of like all women and they are pretty much like these are the best skaters there ever were and don't nobody want to go against them. Um and it eventually comes down to like this guy is just trying to like protect his hometown because a skate group disappears somehow and so the other skate crews are like cool, we're going to take over their territory because no one's protecting it anymore. And he's like, wait, this is my home. So let me protect it. And then he just kind of like goes around and finds like some random guys, and they're not the best skaters, but they're just trying to figure it out. There's just like there's one fat guy who like puts the skate on his head and like rides upside down, and that's how he makes it happen. So it's funny, it's heartwarming at points, it's exciting, it's action, there's action all around. Barack Obama is in the manga at one point. This is before he was president. This is and
right.
it's and so admittedly, when I was reading it when I was younger, when I got to the Barack Obama part, I was like, all right, we're not making sense no more. I'm stopping here. I'm getting out. But I'm getting
Okay.
back in because I
Okay.
just ordered the omnibus and I'm gonna
Oh,
start reading
wow.
it from the start again.
Okay.
Cool.
Well, let me know how that goes.
I will. I will.
All right. Demarcus, do we have an activity today now?
Absolutely, we have an activity today. And if it is your first time joining us, which I don't see why it would be, But the way activities work on Black Geek Energy is that I come up with all of the activities. I am the judge, jury, and executioner of all things activities and games on Black Geek Energy. I come up with the games, I come up with the questions, I come up with the answers, I decide who's right, who's wrong, who wins, and who loses. So this time, all that being said, this time we are not going to have a competitive game.
Okay,
You know,
good.
the game we're going to play today is going to be called Clip It or Cut It.
Okay.
And what you're going to have to do, I am going to give you a trope from movies, centering around Black movies, or at least Black characters in movies, and I'll describe a scene from the movie, and you will tell me whether that, and then give you the trope, and you will tell me whether we want to clip it, as in keep that trope, or cut it, as in leave it on the production room floor. We don't want to see that ever again.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, let's do it. I'm excited.
Perfect. All right. And I will let both of you answer each one of these, and we can have a discussion and see if we can all get to some sort of consensus.
Okay.
So, number one, in Get Out, Rod keeps calling Chris, warning him that something is off about Rose's family, his white girlfriend. Even saying, "Look, you got to get out of there, man." But Chris brushes it off until it's too late. And we see this all the time. We have that, I told you so, friend, that unheeded warning. Like somebody's telling you, like, yo, this, like something is up here, and the main character's not listening. Do we want to clip it or cut it? Are we keeping it or getting rid of it?
Oh, wow. Little Red played that part excellent. I just want to say that. Okay, you can go.
Okay.
I love a good trope, especially in genre. I think we should keep it because it just is like one of those things that's like necessary for you to connect with a character. You know what I'm saying? Like, we completely take certain things away from different genre movies. We're kind of like pushing away from the historical context that's connected with each of those genres. So keep it. Maybe we remix it a little bit, but I think
absolutely, I agree. This is one I love, especially the way it played out in Get Out, because I love like a good foreshadowing where it's like, look, you saw that tail back there? That's actually the monster, but you ain't gonna see that till 50 minutes in.
And it's not actually that bad because there is a Black director and writer with this too, so we can keep it.
Okay. All right, number 2. In Scream 2, during the opening theater scene, Maureen and Phil are watching Stab when the crowd is yelling and distracted. Then Ghostface kills them and nobody takes it seriously. This is one of those tropes where like, look, danger is in plain sight. Like you are actually in danger and you are laughing and giggling and stuff. Like, where's your situational awareness? Where are your survival instincts? Do we want to keep that? Are we clipping it or cutting it?
And these were he was killing Black people, or
not specifically this one. Not specifically this one. Maureen and Field, they don't sound like Black names.
Oh, you haven't seen this either.
I haven't seen Scream 2.
I would say to go ahead and cut this one.
Yeah.
I agree with you on that from that perspective. Like situational awareness is necessary, right? And it pushes us away from, like the grounded reality of what happens when we're about to be killed or murdered. Like at least have some kind of wherewithal. So I agree with you.
Yeah, I love a movie, even, movies that are supposed to get like fantastical. I feel like Scream 2 is one of those. It's like, oh, this is supposed to be like a realistic killing situation because this man actually has no powers. He's not a monster. He's just a serial killer. And so to see somebody get stabbed in a movie theater and then you're like, oh man, this is all part of the show. What are we doing, sir?
What kind of movie are you at?
All right. Number 3. In Candyman, Helen hears the warnings, stands in the mirror, and still says Candyman 5 times, inviting the horror in herself. And this is the trope where it's like, everyone told you, it's similar to the first one, but we told you that this is a dangerous thing to do, and you go and do it anyway. You're inviting the evil in. Are we clipping it or cutting it?
Keep it! Keep it!
Keep it. Candyman is one of my favorite movies of all time.
Yep.
and we want to see him come through that mirror. I'm sorry.
Yeah, yeah. He
We
need to
do,
kill
we do.
everybody.
I know
Kill,
in my
kill, kill
personal life,
everybody. Get
I've definitely
revenge.
had. Go ahead, Jared.
No, get revenge on all those people. Kill them all. Kill them all.
I've definitely had friends growing up who was like, "Oh, let's like go in the mirror, turn the lights out, and say Bloody Mary or say Candyman." I was like, "I'm not doing that shit. I don't care if it's made up."
Me and my cousin JR used to do that all the time. Like we love Candyman so much, man. Like I remember literally being one of those little crazy kids that would look in the mirror and say, "Candyman, Candyman, Candyman."
Oh, absolutely not. I would have kicked you out my house. You ain't bringing that poltergeist up in here.
Yeah. Keep that
All
one,
right.
DeMarcus.
All right, number 4. In Us, when Adelaide sees a family standing silently at the end of the driveway, Gabe tries to joke and handle it casually instead of immediately treating it like a threat. And this is that trope where like the characters see something, it's like, this is obviously hella fucking weird and would never happen normally. I'm not gonna call the police. I'm gonna just go out here and see if I can like to them. Are we clipping it or cutting it?
Certain things like that cut, man. I don't need that anymore. Like I feel like I've seen that in genres so many different times. Like it just doesn't always add up to like something that's going to be entertaining. I already know that you're going to lead me down a road that I know exactly what's going to happen after this. So I would say cut, but
Yeah.
And I have to disagree with you because
Okay.
at that point in the movie, they didn't really understand the danger they were in. So maybe just reaching out and calling your husband, be like, "This is weird. Come look at this." Because I gotta admit, I have been in situations where I'm in the house alone and I hear something. I go down there and check it out.
I ain't checking shit out. Like
I go downstairs and check it out. So
I'm sure we all know the scene where it's like a family of what, 4 or 5 standing in the driveway side by side, all wearing the same thing, staring at you.
Yes.
This is not happenstance. This is not just like a family that got lost on the street. Like there's nothing here. There are no signals that this is normal.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna say clip it. I think I'm gonna say keep it because it kind of goes back into that first one. We're like, there's some foreshadowing here.
For sure. Yeah.
But it is a little too on the nose. I would not have been like, oh, let me go out here and say something to him myself. I'm like, I'm gonna call the police immediately. The police have already been called.
But see, that's not believable to me. Cause I go down there and I check it out. I don't know. I don't know.
Maybe I'll say something from the window, like, hey, get off my lawn.
Yeah.
Why are you here? Get out of my driveway.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. In number 5, in Halloween H20, 20 years later, LL Cool J's character Ronnie, the security guard, keeps saying he's not about to go investigate anything suspicious and plans to stay safe, and then survives because of it. So, and sometimes we see people who are exactly like me, like, I'm not investigating shit. Y'all got that. And so the trope is like people who choose their own safety and survival over whatever supernatural, whatever danger is going on. And I'll go first on this one. I'm saying keep it because that's highly relatable to me. That is who I am in every horror movie.
Yeah. Go ahead and keep it. Go ahead and keep it.
I say keep it as well.
Go ahead and keep it. If the house is haunted and we know it's haunted and Dane's flying out the door, I'm not gonna go into haunted house to investigate it. No.
Not at all.
Them lights flicker one time, one thing fly off the shelf that ain't supposed to move.
Out of here.
I'm out. I'm out.
Know what? All right. Number 6. In his house, Bole is hunted by visions of the girl they left behind, with the house itself manifesting their guilt as post-trauma in physical form. So this is when we see your own fears sort of like made physical, put right in front of you, like where the thing you're afraid of is showing up and then you're sticking around. Are we clipping it or cutting it?
Keeping It, right? Keeping It.
Mm.
I think Keeping It. His House is a beautiful movie.
Okay.
Beautiful.
It's one of the best horrors, I think, grounded horrors
Yeah.
within the last, what, 5, 6 years.
Hmm.
Like,
Mm.
that movie can do no wrong to me
Yeah.
in my
Okay.
eyes. So yeah, definitely keep that
Yeah.
All right. All
Definitely
right.
keep it. It's the best horror movie on Netflix. By far,
Okay.
hands down.
for sure.
Yeah.
For
I'm
sure.
not a
Yeah.
big horror person, but I will take horror recommendations. His House.
You haven't
Yeah.
seen
Watch
His
it.
House?
I'm gonna watch it Sunday morning. So today is Sunday. I'm gonna watch it after hours with
Oh,
my
you watch
Bible.
it. You watch it with the Lord's up. Okay.
Right. And with my girlfriend holding my hand.
It is
Oh man.
scary. It is scary. It's about immigration in the UK.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Follow-up question. Are y'all saying keep it because it makes a good story, or are y'all saying keep it because it is relatable? Like is it, or this person should be like facing their traumas or facing their guilt or whatever is.
Yeah, I think it's tough to like describe without spoiling it for you. You
Mhm,
know what I
mhm,
mean?
mhm.
But the manifestation of the things that he fears happens because of a choice that he made.
Hmm.
Mm.
Does that make any sense? And
Yeah,
it was
yeah, yeah.
he made to save those he loved.
Mm-hmm.
So it's necessary for that kind of trauma to then manifest itself in his house.
Hmm.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So
Okay,
I,
okay.
it makes the story so much better. Yeah, I think that's the best way I can describe that.
yeah.
Okay.
I definitely agree with everything he just said. So
Okay. All right. So you got to be held accountable, and sometimes by a vengeful spirit. Great.
Sometimes, yeah.
All right, we're wrapping up here. We got a few more left. Number 7, in paranormal activity, after multiple nights of footsteps, shadows, and doors moving on their own, Micah insists on staying and continuing to film instead of leaving. And this is the old trope, like you staying when you know you should go. There's
Mhm.
been enough here. You got enough footage. You've proved your point. You can leave now. Are we keeping it or cutting it?
Oh, I say keep it.
Keep
Because
it.
I mean, look, Paranormal Activity, my favorite found footage film of all times, hand down. I've
Mhm.
seen that countless times. And in that film, they're about to go. He had his stuff packed up, and then she got possessed. So
Mhm.
they couldn't leave just
Mm.
yet. And they were going to wait one more day for everything to settle before they walked out the house. And they could not do that. But I loved it. I love seeing the scares and the escalation. It was a great movie. I
Yeah,
keep it.
I agree. I think keep it. Even though we've been talking about tropes in general, there's certain things that are just necessary in these genre pieces, especially when it comes to horror. It's like things that we
Mhm.
desperately want to hold on to that help create the building blocks, right?
Mm-hmm.
Allow us to connect with some of these stories. And I think once you start manipulating them too much, you
Mhm.
lose some of the entertainment that comes from them. You know what I'm saying? So definitely keep
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
Absolutely. And I agree for the sake of the movie, keep it because without that you wouldn't have a movie. If people left when they should leave,
Mhm.
we're not watching a horror movie anymore.
Yeah, movie done. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. But for myself, cutting it. I'm out of there. All right. Number 8, in Nope, OJ realizes that making eye contact with the creature triggers it, so he survives by deliberately looking down and respecting its rules. And we see this sometimes in horror movies where, like, I think the one where you can't talk is another thing, or like the one where you got to keep your eyes closed is another one. But you have to like learn the rules of this creature, of this horror, before you can get past it.
Mhm.
Is that something we want to keep or cut? And I think that's pretty new too, to where it's like there are rules to this game and you can survive if you play by the rules.
Mhm. I like it. I say you keep it. Once again, when it comes down to genre, like if we're pushing the film or just cinema forward, and now we're dealing with creatures in which you have to unravel and learn the rules. I think all of that kind
Mhm.
of stuff is really cool to me. So yeah,
Yeah,
for sure.
same. I'm
Same.
definitely. Go ahead. Sorry, Jared.
Yeah, same. I agree. Keep it. Um, I don't like it. You know, it. You can say that it goes all the way back to Nightmare on Elm Street, where
Hmm.
if you grab him, he comes out too. um, or in Hellraiser with the puzzle. You know, just don't solve the puzzle. But I'll say keep it because it leads to fun stories, and I don't like the foreshadowing. Like, okay, you can get out of this by blah blah blah. So
I like order and rules. I like when there is method to the madness and there is a clear path to, you know, where I have some kind of control or I feel like I have some kind of control. So when like the horror movies that have rules, like I like them. I was like, okay, great. Like all you got to do is, you know, even the ones where it's like, look, if you give the box to another person, then you no longer have the curse. And it's like, and especially when you introduce a moral dilemma, I like those. I like I don't like as much people having to figure out the rules because I feel like folks in horror movies are stupid, and it's like, look, this rule is right in front of you. Like every time you, and matter of fact, they told you in the beginning. Why are we still fucking this up? So I definitely say keep it. I feel like it puts the onus more on the characters in the story of like, you are now doing this to yourself.
Yeah, sure.
There's something also really interesting about the slow discovery of those rules too, right? As compared to like, oh, these are the rules from the beginning. I'm more so like when we get to like Act 2, later in Act 2, right? Once we start to hit that midpoint and they're still like scrounging and trying to figure out how to unravel these key rules to be able to survive. That's when I like, not, oh, don't open the box in the beginning of the movie. It's like, that kind of like,
it's like oh, they're gonna open the box at some point.
Exactly.
Yeah,
that's fair. It's a little flat. I agree with you. I see what you're saying. All right, let's see. Number 9, in the night house, Beth finds hidden blueprints in secret rooms suggesting her husband was living a double life. But the film never fully confirms what was real versus psychological. So this is the trope. In this trope, this is where you never really get the answers to what you want. There's no like, all right, there's no like in the denouement or resolution, like, all right, here's what was actually going on, here's what wasn't. I think a good example of the opposite of this, like the Sixth Sense, like at the end of the movie, you see that he was a ghost the whole time. So do we want to clip it or cut it where there's like you're left with questions and there's an ambiguous truth?
I don't like that.
Y'all are cutting it.
I hate when a movie doesn't give me a payoff at the end. Like I invested all of this time, all of this energy, all of this brain power, and you can't tell me what happened, or I can't figure out what happened. Always cut that to me.
Yeah,
I love it. I say keep it because you then have to sort of like decide what's real and what's not to you. And I'm an artist. When I was at Hampton, I was graphic design, which is in their like fine arts program. And so I've always, and for me, art is always what you make of it. Like in movies are art. And so when someone like gives me everything and I don't have to do any thinking on my own, it's like, okay, this is cool, but you know, I don't, there's nothing for me to take with me and like chew on. But when there's like the ending and it's like, oh, well, I think it could mean this. And you have a conversation and they're like, well, I think it means that. Well, this was real. I was like, that part wasn't real to me. I feel like it makes for a much more interesting movie and much more interesting conversations after the movie.
Like, okay, I think that what you're talking about is more like a Get Out type of thing, where it's like, oh, she's eating her cereal and her milk separately. That was a clue as to her being racist, or all these little things that Jordan Peele was like, oh, I wasn't even thinking about that. I just need a scene with her eating some cereal, so I wasn't even thinking about that. But that's cool that y'all said that. I think what I got from it is like there being a question the whole movie, and by the end of the movie, I don't know what the answer to that question was.
And
that irritates me to the 10th degree. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. Because why was I sitting here in this theater watching your movie that wasn't even good, by the way? Let's get that out first. And then I still don't have a resolution to the movie. Like, for instance, I saw this movie on Netflix about how they some Russia or China was out to blow up Chicago, and you went through all the president and the NSA, the CIA, and the Homeland Security. At the end, you didn't see no explosion. It was just talking the whole film. What is that?
Oh, yeah.
I feel like that's the difference between like what you just described, what you described earlier about like there being a question the whole movie and then not getting an answer is exactly what I like. there just not being a payoff. It's like I've been waiting for this thing to blow up the whole time, and you've been setting that up,
Yeah.
and it doesn't blow up. That also, I'm like, all right, I just wasted my time. I
Yeah.
think like in The Sixth Sense, if they just left you a bunch of clues to say like he's still a ghost, and then some people can come to that conclusion later. I think, and if they never answered that in the movie, I think it would have not had taken away from the movie.
Hmm. I don't know, man. I just
Me
always love
neither.
payoff, man. Like it's
I
in
just want all the answers at the end.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, or give me some version of an answer. Like, I do definitely understand what you're talking about, which is like a conversational piece, right? That
Mhm.
we leave the movie theater and we're in the lobby and we're chatting and having conversations about it. But I need some kind of payoff. Like, I've invested time, energy, my brain capacity, and space and money. I need
Yeah.
to feel some kind of fulfillment at the end.
Yeah.
I
I
feel
just
you.
need to be full. I mean, it's the reason why we go into reading books a certain way. It's the reason why our brains are programmed the way they are.
Mhm.
I need some kind of like inference or understanding about what story it was that you were trying to tell. Other than that, sometimes I just think you were being lazy and you didn't
Mm,
Hmm.
figure out how to end this thing properly. And to me,
that's
as
fair.
a director, as a writer, you have to have a clear vision on what you want. You know,
Hmm.
Hmm.
and if you're too open-ended at the end of a movie, I question if you really know what you want. So,
Okay.
yeah,
That makes sense. That's a serious artist take right there.
yeah, just a thought. Some people, everybody has their own ideas.
All right, this is the last one. In Get Out, Rod, the TSA agent nobody takes seriously, connects the dots, pulls up, and saves Chris at the last second. And we see this. I don't think we see this often, but sometimes, like the character who we've been laughing at the whole time, like, yo, you're crazy, you're making shit up, you're grasping at straws, ends up being right, and they end up saving the day. They pull up with the shotgun, like I told you, there was a monster the whole time. Are we keeping this or cutting it?
I say keep it because I was expecting that at the end. I was thinking he was
Yeah,
gonna die. So yeah, keep it.
yeah.
It was very unexpected.
Yeah,
I Go ahead.
I agree. It was very unexpected, and I think we should keep that kind of trope for sure.
Yeah, I would agree as well. I love to keep it, and I love it because I love a crazy kooky character, and I love it even more when they're right. And everyone's like, "Damn, bro, we should have listened."
Yeah.
Cool. So that's the whole game, man. That was great. I loved it. I love
I had fun.
the
That was cool.
perspectives.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that was a fun game. Now it's off for the most important part of this episode. I'm gonna ask you some questions, the boys. I want to know when it comes to you, when you come up with an idea, what comes first? Is it the visual or is it the concept or the message? What comes first?
Story always for me.
Mm.
I have to like be truly rooted in the understanding of story from a three-act structure immediately. And
Hmm.
then once I'm able to get that story out, then I start to think about the visual aspect of it. But if it's not a full enriching story, I can't even get close to anything visual. So yeah, story is what drives everything about me.
Now, I heard you say three-act structure before when we were reading on the tropes, and I have heard this conversation, and I have read it, because I wrote a script in the past. I wrote a found footage film. I love found footage. I wasn't seeing enough Black people, so I wrote one just to write it. Don't really want nothing happens with it. It's done. But I've also read Save the Cat before
Mhm.
I went before I started writing. And Save the Cat is this book that screenwriters say the reason you understand it. I read that book. It seemed very formulaic to me. Like in the first act, do this. In the second act, you got to do this. In the third act, you got to do this. And this is how you can twist it in case you're doing action or comedy or horror. So, like, when it comes to these films you make, how important is it to follow that same path that's been correct over this 120 years in Hollywood,
Mhm.
instead of going outside and finding new things?
Yeah, I think for me, I'm not a big fan of Save the Cat, to be honest with you. Just like you said, it's a little too formulaic,
Yeah.
right? You need to, at 10 pages, you need to be here. At 25 pages, you need to
Mm-hmm.
be there. By your midpoint, if you win at your midpoint, you have to lose at the end of the movie. That's a little
Yes.
too structured for me personally. I followed just a simple act one. By the time we hit 25 pages, I need to be moving you and the character into a place where they're going on this journey, right? Uh, at my midpoint, I know that this person has to have something that revolves in their world that completely turns their world upside down.
Mm,
Time I'm at like 85, probably about 80, I need to be like falling action. We should be in a situation in which we're coming to a resolution at the end.
mhm.
With that being said, I don't like a save the cat or anything like that. I try
Me
and
neither.
keep my things as loose as possible. And to be even more specific when it comes down to like, do I look outside of the box? For sure. Like, I think one of the
Mhm.
things that I always learned from a professor of mine, Asghar Farhadi, a Iraqi filmmaker, Iranian filmmaker, excuse me.
Hmm.
He always says that like you have to learn the rules so much that you can throw them away.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Like
Yeah.
grill yourself, grill yourself, grill yourself, and then they become subconscious, and then you can step outside of the box. But until you understand the formal structural system of things, you can't really step outside that box too much.
Mhm.
And I think the story for me is the thing that determines how I approach it from a structural standpoint. Does that make any sense? I feel
Mm.
like I'm rambling.
No,
But
no,
No,
no.
go ahead.
the story, the genre, all of those things are the things that I look at and go, okay, well, maybe I can play with this. Maybe I can play a little bit with this. Maybe I can blend some of these things. Um, and just to be honest with you, I don't even think like from a classical like standpoint, when you think about like Eurocentric forms of cinema and storytelling. I don't think the brains of Black people, of African folks, our brains from a structural standpoint don't fit within the framework that sometimes is a Eurocentric cinematic lens. Does that
Mhm.
make sense?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Which is kind of like why I love Khalil's work so much. I was telling you about that film Black News, is
Yeah.
because though it is linear, it's still not at the same time. It has the ability to be experimental and drop in and out of different um from documentary to literature to music to everything in between, right? Like,
Yeah.
Mhm.
and I think that's where like a futurist, like a cinematic African futurist brain is gonna go. Like I feel like we're gonna end up like destroying structural structure and to be able to free
Hmm.
ourselves as storytellers.
Yeah.
Nice, nice. So, I hear y'all saying a lot of things, and I think for me, since someone who's never written a screenplay, you're like by certain points in the on the pages, you should be at certain points in the story. How long is a typical screenplay?
Usually between 90 and 120 pages.
Okay,
Hmm.
and that turns into like an hour-long movie or a
Yes.
2 hour-long movie.
Yeah, so every page is a minute. If you think
Oh,
about it from a standpoint of like when you're shooting a film, each
okay,
page is 1 minute on screen, right?
Hmm.
okay.
That all depends on like the action lines and dialogue,
Mhm.
all that kind of stuff. But whenever we're thinking about screenplays, it's usually one page is equals 1 minute on screen.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice. That's dope.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, when you are directing your films or shorts or TV shows, do you ever feel some type of pressure to make a certain type of film because you are a Black filmmaker?
Um, I don't know. Like when you say pressure, pressure from outside sources or pressure upon myself that I'm bringing to the space.
Both. Let's answer both.
At this point in my career, I don't know if it's pressure. I think it's one of those things where I get the opportunities that I get 9 times out
Hmm.
of 10 because of the way I look and my
Hmm.
face, being a
Yeah.
Black man. You know what I'm saying? So of
Yeah.
course I'm gonna be directing on Two Sentence Horror Stories, and they're gonna give me the Black episode, right?
Mm.
Of course they're gonna do that in many cases, and I don't have a problem with it. To be honest with you, like I want to tell stories about my people. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Hmm.
Um, do I feel pressure to only work on like say projects that only have Black cast? No. Um, but I do want to like make sure that even if it's not a all Black cast, that we're still centric in what
Hmm.
that project is, right? Where it
Mm.
still has like a Black lens or a Black soul or a Black voice or it speaks to Black problems or issues.
Hmm. Okay.
Um, but yeah, no, I don't think I feel pressure. I think I feel pressure to make sure that I'm knocking everything out of the park. Now, that's one thing I
Yeah.
think
Yeah.
about.
Yeah.
When I step on those sets, shoot, I was like directing in Vancouver a couple of years ago. And, you know, I'm the only person that looks like me on that set. And I just
Mhm.
remember feeling like that immense pressure to like lead this 120 group of men and women in the right direction from this
Mhm.
little from Newark. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So yeah, I do feel pressure in that way, but not necessarily on the kind of stories I tell.
Okay, dope. So you say you always want to tell a story with a black lens or black perspective.
Yeah,
Um, and but you're open to working with any like group, any cast, any, like,
for
so
sure.
if you find yourself on like a movie with predominantly white cast or whatever, white production team, how are you then inserting that black perspective, that black lens? Like how are you making sure that comes through?
Hmm. I mean, I think it's something that's just innate. Like it's
Yeah.
gonna, if I'm making it, it's gonna feel like some kind of soul food in some kind of way,
Yeah.
some kind of the way that the camera moves is going to be completely different than somebody that doesn't have the upbringing or the experiences that I have. Like
Mhm.
I'm always going to find some way to like touch on our culture from any kind of perspective. Maybe it's a piece of an article of clothing that one of these characters that might be non-white, I mean,
Yeah.
might be non-black is wearing that also like,
Mhm.
you know, hints at our culture. Say for,
Okay.
I think I was working on a project. It was a commercial. I can't remember exactly what it was for, but regardless, I remember putting a Bad Brains t-shirt on this little white girl. You
Mm-hmm.
know, that's how I do things like that, right? Like,
Okay.
you know, you always find a way to put some kind of essence or signature of our culture on the project in any kind of way. You know what I mean?
Put
Yeah.
a put a white man in a Hampton sweater.
But then it's a conversation about like where did this white boy get this Hampton sweater from and how does he connect to it and you know what is he
Yeah.
talking about? Did he go there? Like, you know what I'm saying? What are the conversations basically like kind of what you were talking about? Like
Hmm.
it's always going to be a conversation after. You know what
Nice.
I mean?
Nice. Yeah, I like that. I like that. A quick aside, what do you think of it was like real popular on Instagram for when it were like the white people were going to like these thrift shops and buying the Greek paraphernalia and just like rocking it.
Don't do that.
Yeah.
Oh, no, no.
Oh, I like this purple sweater with these Greek letters on
No,
it.
no, don't do that one. Those are,
Yeah.
you know, certain things are sacred, man, and especially for our culture, just we were, I mean, what was being said earlier, like, yo,
Mhm.
sometimes things need to be gate kept. Like,
Mhm.
close the door. Everybody's not open to the cookout, right? Like,
Right.
Yeah, yeah,
Right.
absolutely, absolutely.
that's a
I put it on the people's like, look, don't give that shit to Goodwill. You know some other folks in the fraternity, pass it down.
yeah, for sure, for sure.
Also, as the side, I just want to know if y'all agree. Uh, White people have the best time at HBCUs. Like all HBCUs, they're the most popular people. Everybody loves them. Everybody knows them. Like I've never seen a white person go to any HBCU and not succeed
Mhm.
socially.
Hmm.
Like it, that's crazy to me.
I
Mm.
don't know, because I feel like I knew some, because there was the white guy who played drums at Hampton, and he wasn't the most popular guy.
Mm.
He had, I don't remember his name. He had long hair. He, I think he was dating the black girl
He
that
was
played
dating.
the black girl that played Piccolo. I mean, but if you saw them together, you'd be like, yeah, I get
So he
it.
wasn't being ostracized at all.
Oh
And
well,
he had a
like they were
girlfriend.
both ostracized, and they kind of like, oh, we're ostracized together now.
Well, maybe that's how he wanted to be, but I have never seen that. Okay, I'm gonna ask you some more questions. What type of stories do you feel Hollywood isn't telling yet?
Oh, Afrofuturists.
Mm.
You know,
Ooh.
everything Afrofuturist right now, anything that's like grounded, but at the same time has the ability to like touch on like sci-fi. Like we're not seeing a lot of
Ooh.
like sci-fi, you know what I'm saying?
Mm.
Or grounded sci-fi. Like for example, like I would love to see a story like, do you guys remember Children of Men?
I,
Um,
I know of it. I haven't seen it.
like Alfonso Cuarón did this movie called Children of Men that was like
Hmm.
set in the near but distant future about
Hmm.
the world coming to an end and the only person that was there were no children being born anymore and this black girl ends up giving birth to the first child,
Hmm.
right? so society can move on. Like those kind of stories. Like I want to see some like grounded Afrofuturist sci-fi stuff. Like I definitely want to see more grounded horror too. Like we were talking about his house. I want to see more Khalil Joseph work. To be honest, you know what I really, really, really want to see. I'm going to be honest with you is coming to age stories like the Wood, like
Yeah.
Best Man, like
Moonlight that I see back
Moonlight.
there.
Yeah, Moonlight. Like seriously, like those are the projects that I want to see more of. And I feel like we had like that opportunity where everybody got in the door for like in the early 2020s, and it's just like they turned the faucet off. So you know, I want to see more of Issa Rae kind of work. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Issa stuff like those worlds that we kind of like we were just so full of in the early 2020s. Like I want us to go back to that, and I want you know filmmakers like myself and filmmakers like some of my friends to be able to like continue to push cinema forward where Black folks have the ability to connect with stories that feel like close to our hearts and connected to who we are. So
yeah, and I agree with you. And the one I'm really interested in are the coming of age stories, but for like older people. I think we see a lot of coming of age stories for folks in like their teens, like children in their early 20s, and some like for their like 30s, I guess. But I want to see the coming of age story for like the 40-year-old, 50-year-old Black person. Like, what does it look like now? You know, I think a good one, like This Is Us, like the Black family there, is like this is like they're moving on into like the later stages of life, and like shit is serious. Like, how are they dealing with it?
Yeah, that would be cool.
Yeah. And one thing I wanted to see, and it has to be done by a Black person. You were talking about Afrofuture stories. There's this comic book called Black. And in the comic book, only Black people get superpowers. And of course, a spin-off later called White about the white people who are trying to kill the Black people who have superpowers. But it's in black and white, and all the Black people get superpowers. Everybody else is jealous. Everybody wants to be Black like they. Oh, that's it. That's the comic book right there.
You turn my my blur off.
But yeah, everybody wants to be like the Black people, and you know, he still has his hands up. So it's a great, amazing story, and I would love to see that adapted visually, because I just want to see like how would somebody make this film. So
yeah. I think that is another interesting take, like movies that kind of, or stories that kind of like flip the world, where like we live in the white world. What it would be like to live in the Black world? And one of the most interesting things in Black is that there is a Black person whose superpower is that they can turn white. Yeah. But he's like kind of evil. It's fucked up.
Okay.
Oh, you know another piece that that's getting ready to come out, Children of Blood and Bone.
Oh yeah,
I've heard of this too. Yes.
That's coming out, I think, within the next like year. I can't wait to see that too. So
yeah, me neither.
I think I read some of that book, Children of Blood and Bone. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, let me ask you one more question, just to see what it's like for you. When you are writing or when you are thinking about the movies that you are about to do, what does that process look like? Do you like a quiet room? Do you like music? Do you like the chaos of a Starbucks? What does that look like for you?
Quiet room. Something. I usually play scores. Something that can kind of like set the mood of like what it is I'm trying to write at that second. So yeah, I listen to a whole bunch of scores. I usually try and build playlists that feel like from a tonal perspective what I want the movie to feel like. I kind of start to disappear into that world. So say for example, I just finished working on this piece called Delta. It's adapted from a book. And I remember like feeling like I was in Mississippi. Like I go into the world in that kind of way. Like, you know, eventually at some point for this project, I'm probably going to be down in Mississippi for a bit of time. You know what I mean? When I was working on this film called Geechee, I was in Savannah, and I was
Mhm.
on Wadmala. You guys know Tracy. Remember Tracy
Yeah.
from Hampton? So
Yeah.
like, I was all in that world and that realm. So yeah, I like to disappear into the characters. I like to disappear into the story. I'm a bit of a nerd, so I'm gonna like read every single thing that I can about, that world or that space or what I think these characters would be connected to. So yeah, like that's how I completely disappear.
Mm,
So yeah,
Nice.
and
Yeah,
I
you
need
got it.
quiet other than a score.
Okay.
that's
What's
nice.
your favorite score?
Ooh, well, it's Moonlight. That's
Oh,
Oh,
my favorite.
okay.
Period. Like
okay.
it's not even a game. Like it's it's just so beautiful. Like, you know what I
Mhm.
mean? Like the motif that continues throughout the story is just beautiful. Um, oh, and of course, what's the other what's Barry's second movie? It's set in Harlem about
I have
the
no idea.
dang. Well, that's another score that I really like. Oh,
Okay.
name of that movie. I'm tripping right now.
Uh,
Barry's second
he did
project.
Mufasa. If Bill Street could
It's
talk.
Bill Street. Bill Street.
Hill Street. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Everyone loves that score, but
Yeah.
those are my two tops, I
Okay.
think.
Do you
Nice.
know
Nice.
who the Moonlight score is by? Or
Nutella, what is his name? He just won an Oscar.
oh,
Yeah,
okay,
yes,
cool.
same brother. Yeah.
All right, so now is the time for the 17 questions. These are quick fire questions. You can answer it with yes or no or just the answer, but this is a podcast. So if you want to talk more, you can. All right.
Okay.
Are you ready for the 17 questions?
Sure, sure,
Oh,
sure,
and
sure.
these are questions from past episodes, from, maybe from this episode and from other things we know about you. All right, here we go. 17 questions. Number one, what superpower would you have? You could have a superpower.
To disappear. Um,
To
Mm.
go invisible or teleport?
uh, Invisible, right?
Okay.
Like,
Mm-hmm.
there's something that of course I'm a filmmaker, so I like to be observant.
Mm-hmm.
And I think I'm a bit nosy, so I would want to be able to disappear so I can be as nosy as possible.
Yeah.
Learn all the information and then like utilize that information to my benefit.
hmm Yeah.
So yeah,
Yeah.
to disappear for sure. Yeah.
Yeah. If I could turn invisible, I would commit crimes. Number two, um, who was right, Professor X or Magneto?
Ooh, I love a good villain, so I'll say Magneto for sure.
That's the
Mm-hmm.
right answer. Magneto is not a villain. Um, he
Anymore.
was, well, in the comic books, he did all that just so that they could have somebody to fight. But in reality,
Yeah,
he's not a villain. He
yeah.
was killing who needed to be killed.
For sure.
All right. Um, is let me go over here. I'm not gonna ask you that one. Okay, let me see. Number three. As a director, do you like binge watchers or week to week watchers?
Ooh, that is a hard one. Week to week now, I think it's kind of done.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
I enjoy I enjoy wide binging, to be honest with you, because I love a good story and I want to see how it ends.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of why Paradise is kind of like getting on my nerves right now. It's taking too long to.
Me too. I'm so like, hurry this up.
So in that case, I would say the way that media is moving, the way that cinema and television is moving, I don't mind a binge.
Mm,
Uh,
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes it's just more interesting when I can get
yeah.
the story out. And I know that has a lot to do with our attention spans now, but yeah, I don't mind.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Okay.
don't mind.
I feel like I'm one of the very last people left that. Sorry about that, y'all. I'm living on a main road and AB wilding out here. I feel like I'm one of the last people left who likes to watch things week to week. I love the anticipation. I love like
Mm.
waiting for the payoff.
You love
Really?
torturing yourself. That's what you love. Okay.
I'm a
It-
masochist.
yeah. If you could direct one existing franchise, what would you
Mm.
pick?
One existing franchise, Creed, for sure.
Oh,
Such a good story for Creed. That of course I'm not going to talk about, but I,
Of
I
course,
would
of course.
I would love to do one of the next Creeds for sure.
okay.
Yeah, definitely.
We talked about a lot of horror stuff today, but what is your favorite horror movie?
Oh, of all time, Hereditary probably with a
Hmm.
second. I would say Candyman.
Hmm.
Oh, and then
The
I
the
love
old
another
version or the new version?
the Candyman, the old version, the original.
Okay.
I love Nia DaCosta. Like I'm not even gonna joke about that, but I wasn't like the greatest fan of that Candyman.
Hmm.
Okay.
It was cool because we just grew up with the original joint, so
Yeah, yeah.
it was groundbreaking. So yeah, I said so. Hereditary, Candyman, and there's a really crazy movie that not a lot of people have seen. It's called Martyrs. Don't look it up.
I've seen it.
You seen Martyrs?
Yeah.
Oh my god,
Crazy.
crazy movie. So
Very
wild,
extremely graphic.
very graphic,
Is it
but
like a body horror type deal?
it's a lot of
Hmm.
body horror in
It's
it.
it's it's
Okay.
a lot of body horror. It's in French.
Yeah,
Mm.
Uh don't watch it, DeMarcus, because
it's horrible.
you're not gonna like it.
Okay.
Um Toni Collette definitely should have won a award for her role in Hereditary. And they
Mhm,
played her.
for sure.
Okay. Which HBCU would you go to if you didn't pick Hampton?
Fisk,
Ooh.
Yes.
Fisk.
To be
Yeah.
a doctor?
No.
That's so random, but I know why you said it.
Because Fisk is known for making doctors. What are we talking about here?
I think it's because I'm a nerd. Like I love W.E.B. Du Bois, and I kind of just would follow anything that he happened to do, and I know he taught
Mm,
this. It's one of our Black Ivies people would consider, and I
mhm.
Hmm.
think a lot of Fisk grads are like really cool. They're highly intellectual, they're very respectful, and they really love our people. So I think that would be a good school. I definitely wouldn't go to Howard though. So
Of
Yeah.
course, that's not even in the discussion. Do you remember that day? I don't know if you did this, DeMarcus, but when we had our freshman orientation week, we had to say this little thing in the church, and it was about all of the Ivy Leagues, and it was on this little church pamphlet, and they had the seal with all the Ivy League schools, and then there was this little paragraph that we had to recite together about all the Ivy Leagues. Do you remember that, or am I tripping?
I don't. This happened when we were in convocation.
Remember, we didn't go to convocation our first year. No, during freshman rotation because it was raining.
Oh,
It was
I
like a tundra.
Yeah, I
Mm.
don't remember reading. Was it about Ivy League schools or like
Ivy League,
Well,
Tuskegee, Spelman, Morehouse.
okay,
That's
so
how
Black
that's how
Ivy
I've
League.
learned about
Black
it.
Ivies? Black
Yeah.
Ivy. Okay, got you. Yeah, maybe, man. I don't remember.
Okay.
Yeah.
And Howard was excluded from that?
Howard was in it too. Can we stop saying that name this episode? Oh my God. All right, next question. Martin or Living Single? What's your favorite?
Oh, Martin Living Single. I like Living Single because my mom and them used to love that show.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
It's the original Friends. I don't think that
Hmm.
they get as much respect as they deserve. It just was so forward thinking. So
Yeah.
like, and I grew up in like the on the East Coast, like the tri-state area. So it's just like it just reminds me of my mom and her friends and how they all connected and all of that kind of stuff. So I would choose Living Single personally, and I thought that the opening song was like the bombest. So
Yeah.
yeah, and I'm from Jersey, so Queen Latifah, you already know.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Piggybacking off of that, what is your favorite TV theme song?
You want me to be honest? I think it's Sesame
Yeah.
Street, Sunny Days.
Oh, okay.
Mm.
All
I
right.
love that song, Sunny Days, man. Anything Sesame Street, anything Elmo, anything Big Bird. So
Okay.
I love
Okay.
me some PBS. So I think I would say Sesame Street, Sunny Days for
That's
sure.
so sad what they're going through right now.
I know, man. I know. I know.
Yeah.
Hopefully they'll be able to pull through it though.
Hopefully,
Yeah.
this needs to hurry up. Okay. Who is the gayest Disney villain?
The gayest Disney villain? I don't know if this dude's a villain though. Who's old boy from Princess and the Frog?
Dr. Facilier?
Yeah,
Yeah.
He is a villain. What is he steals
Yeah.
souls.
he is a villain, man.
Dr.
Yeah.
Facilier,
Yeah,
yeah.
I think so. That's my choice.
A lot of people have been saying that.
It's like you literally want to be in another man's body. Yeah, that's I don't get. It doesn't get, but that's the definition, right?
I think so, man. I think that would be the character I would choose. And there's just something interesting about like gay culture in New Orleans and its connection with like music, soul, a whole bunch of things like that. So yeah, I would choose him as a great character if I was to say character. Yeah.
And he's black, so I guess.
For sure.
All right, what is your favorite adult cartoon or your favorite cartoon you watch as an adult?
Favorite adult cartoon, Family Guy. I still watch Doug, so judge me, and I know that's not a adult cartoon, but like I love me some Doug. Yeah, those are good two choices. I'll give you.
Wow.
Family Guy and Doug.
Piggybacking off of that, who is your favorite black character who is not colored black? And some people we've said are Skeeter from Doug, the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Optimus Prime, Panthro from the Thundercats. So who's your favorite black character who is not necessarily black?
Favorite black character who's not necessarily black? Elmo, obviously.
Elmo is a black
Elmo's
kid.
Black.
Yeah.
Oh, sure, Elmo's black. He can't be nothing. Oh, I also love Bert. And I think Bert and Ernie were both black.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Bert was also black, yeah.
I'll go Bert and I'll go Elmo.
Okay.
Yeah.
When Elmo started beefing with Rocco, I was like, oh, Elmo black as fuck. He dark skinned now.
Okay. You are tasked with giving aliens a movie that will save humanity after they watch it. What movie do you give them?
X. Spike Lee's 1992.
Well, they would definitely save the black people.
For sure.
Who is the best dad on TV?
Still existing, or anybody from the past, or
it could be anybody.
Anybody? Uncle Phil.
Uncle Phil, yeah, most definitely.
Uncle Phil's probably one of the best.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I know I can't say this name, but it ends with B.
His real name?
Cosby.
Oh,
he was a great dad on the Cosby Show. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah. Well, he acted like one.
Have you seen the new? A quick follow. Have you seen the new Fresh Prince show?
Yeah. The one a little bit darker. Yeah.
Do you which dad do you prefer, James Avery or the new one from the one from the new show?
James Avery.
Makes sense.
Or the new one. Okay. We already did that one. Who is your favorite rapper turned actor?
Rapper turned actor. Ooh, that's a hard one. Let me think. I have Will Smith in my head because we've been talking about Fresh Prince, but I don't know about that.
He's one of the most prominent.
Yeah.
I think LL's pretty solid as definitely a solid rapper. Let me think of someone else. I know Kendrick.
Yeah.
He did his thing on Power.
Yeah.
Okay.
I really love that performance. And I can see how. Childish Gambino, hands down. Childish Gambino, yeah, hands down. That's easily who it is. Rapper turned. Yeah.
Okay.
Or is it in reverse? Actor turned.
No. Rapper turned actor. You got it right.
Childish Gambino is cool. I always go for Queen Latifah.
Oh yeah, Queen Latifah's fire too. Yep.
Yeah. All right, Kevin Feige and James Gunn, tell you to make a solo movie on TV show on one of the DC or Marvel characters, who do you pick and what is the premise?
Ooh, I'm gonna steal this from my boy, Randy, who's making Static Shock, but I would definitely snatch Static for sure.
Mhm.
I think the premise would be closer to the original comic from
Mhm.
like the 80s or whatever it was.
Okay.
I think I would set it in today's time in totality. I think it would be an origin story about how Static actually ends up receiving his powers and how he's able to like use them while at the same time use them for good. I think I would
Mhm.
push it more so into like a darker kind of like evil kind of origin villain story, to be
Mhm.
honest with you.
Mm.
I think I would push Static more into like more of darker territory. I don't know. Do you guys remember watching this movie on Superman when it was like Superman got he was a little kid, but he was like
Blackburn.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
turning into like an
Oh,
evil
Brightburn. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah,
Brightburn. Sorry, Brightburn.
right.
Mhm.
So I think I would push it into that kind
Okay.
of realm where he
I
then
would.
flip around and then become this good person. Does that make sense?
Okay.
I would love to see that. I would love to see that because I feel like in a lot of cases that makes more sense, especially for like like impoverished youth, like disenfranchised black people. It's like, look, I get powers. Like Jared always says it and I always laugh. He's like, if I had powers, I would commit crime. And it's like, if I'm broke too, yeah.
Yeah.
Get to it. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Uh, if I had the choice, I would do Bloodwind. He is this little known DC character. He's little known because he was given a mystical amulet that gives him magic powers. And this is in the 1800s. So he uses it to kill his slave masters and to kill the other slave masters in the houses around him. So I
Nice.
would
Mm.
definitely try to try to go that route.
What's that character's name? Bloodwing?
Bloodwind,
Bloodwind.
Bloodwynn. He's not seen. Well, he was seen 2 years ago, but they
Okay, I
try
have to
to.
check that out.
Yeah, they definitely try to bury him. All right. If budget wasn't a limitation, what kind of project would you make tomorrow?
Um, I have this project called The Contrabands that I really want to make. It's kind of like a superhero story that's connected
Mm-hmm.
between historical figures that come together to end the Civil War before it originally ends.
Hmm.
It would include like Harriet Tubman. It would include these black spies that basically
Hmm.
create the Confederacy and kill. Think of Inglorious Bastards.
Okay.
I'm
Hmm.
not gonna give away too much, but think of Inglorious Bastards and them ending up killing all the Nazis in one, fell swoop to end the
Yeah.
Okay.
World War II. Think about the exact same thing when it comes down to like our historical figures at that time, all coming together and forming like a Voltron to basically
Yeah.
assassinate all the top leaders and generals of the Confederate Army.
Yeah.
That's what I
Sounds
would.
sounds
Nice.
interesting. Sounds very
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
Um, all right. That was the 17th question.
Okay.
DuBois, we just want to thank you so much for being a part of our little show, little in the cut show. And thank you for sharing your insights and your wisdom and your experiences with us. We also want to thank you for just being you and your artistic directing, writing, putting that on the screen for us to enjoy. We know that it's hard, and we just want to say thank you, thank you, thank you for giving us these fleeting moments of enjoyment in today's horrible world. So thank you for all that you do. And yeah, this is a great conversation. We went over time, but just
Yeah. Sorry.
thank
It's
you
all
just
good. It's all good. No worries. I've been having fun. So thank you so much for even thinking to have me on. I really enjoyed it. Like I haven't stopped smiling the whole time,
oh wow.
It's
Good. Good.
dope to like be with my fellow Hamptonians and I'm really proud of you guys and
Oh.
all the work that you've been doing in your episodes. I watched a number of them. I definitely watched them on the LOA, which is
Oh.
so Yeah, thank you. The same way that you're giving me praise, I'm going to make sure that you guys have praise as well. Like everything's put together really well. It's really fun. And I had a blast, man. Like, thank y'all. Seriously.
Absolutely,
Thank you.
absolutely.
Thank you.
You know, we're glad for you coming on. We'll have you back anytime you want to. Just let us know.
Okay,
Yeah,
cool.
especially when you buy, because when I see that Variety article, I'm sending you another DM immediately. So just be prepared.
Word. No doubt. No doubt.
Okay, DeMarcus, any final words?
Uh Man, movies. Like my movies are like one of my favorite things in the world. I was definitely an outside kid, but like when I came inside, I was always watching TV, watching movies, and I love great stories. And I think what I heard the most today is just like, like you can make a great story out of anything. You can just like and just find the stories that interest you, find the stories that move you, that motivate you. Don't get too bogged down in like the rules of like this is what a great story should sound like and what it should be. Just go make your story.
Yeah. Yeah. Good final words. Well, yeah, follow us on our social medias, Black Geek Energy or BGE_pod on Twitter. Subscribe to our Patreon and buy our stuff off of Etsy. And we will see you next time on Black Geek Energy. Bye, everybody.
BGE out.